Committee Treasurers, an online presentation of the FEC Information Division. This presentation is intended to help committee treasurers understand their responsibilities under federal campaign finance law. We'll begin by reviewing the specific responsibilities treasurers have under the law, then explain the potential liability treasurers face if violations occur. Finally, we'll share some recommended best practices. Every political committee must designate a treasurer before it can accept contributions or make expenditures. In fact, if a committee is ever without a treasurer, it cannot raise or spend anything until a new treasurer is appointed. If the treasurer is unavailable for any reason, only an assistant treasurer designated on the committee's FEC Form 1 Statement of Organization may assume the treasurer's duties. The names and positions of other officers appointed by the committee do not need to be disclosed. No special training is required to serve as a treasurer, but a knowledge of basic accounting principles is helpful. Otherwise, the treasurer may wish to obtain the services of a bookkeeper or accountant. In addition to a treasurer, every committee must appoint a custodian of records, an individual who has possession of the committee's books and official records. The treasurer may act as the committee's custodian of records or may appoint another individual to serve in that role. Regardless, the treasurer remains responsible for keeping proper records. Committees must report any change in the information disclosed on the Statement of Organization within 10 days. To do so, the treasurer must either file an amended Statement of Organization or a signed letter which includes the committee's name, identification number, and information pertaining to the change. Electronic filers file a new Statement of Organization electronically to report a change. If there is a change in treasurer, either the outgoing or incoming treasurer may sign the form. Treasurers have many responsibilities under the federal campaign finance law. Those duties include depositing receipts in the committee's designated bank account within 10 days of receipt, authorizing all expenditures the committee makes, monitoring contributions to ensure they comply with legal limits and prohibitions, keeping records of receipts and disbursements for 3 years from the filing date of the report to which they relate, and filing all committee reports and statements accurately and on time. While the treasurer is responsible for ensuring these activities are carried out, support staff, volunteers, or consultants may actually perform these duties. For example, a designated assistant treasurer may sign reports in the treasurer's absence, and an accountant or bookkeeper may handle record-keeping and reporting duties. Nevertheless, the treasurer remains responsible for the committee's compliance with the law. In FEC enforcement actions, committee treasurers are typically named as respondents only in their official capacity. However, when information indicates that a treasurer has knowingly and willfully violated the Act, recklessly failed to fulfill duties specifically imposed by the Act, or intentionally overlooked facts that led to the violation, the Commission may consider the treasurer personally liable. If a committee changes treasurers, the Commission may substitute the new treasurer as a respondent in the enforcement proceeding. However, if an outgoing treasurer is personally liable, the Commission may pursue them individually. The successor treasurer would be named in the official capacity. While there are many steps a committee treasurer can take to help ensure compliance with the campaign finance law, let's highlight a few best practices for filing reports and statements with the FEC. First, be sure that committee staff and any outside vendors you employ understand all of the filing rules and deadlines that apply to your committee. If you file electronically, be sure to update your software regularly to ensure you're always using the most current version. Finally, confirm that you have at least one, if not two, current email addresses listed on Form 1. Email is the primary method the FEC uses to contact committees. While the misappropriation of committee funds is not common, the Commission has seen an increase in the number of cases in which committee staff misappropriated funds. In addition to the difficulties committees face in discovering that the funds are missing, misappropriations often lead to inaccurate FEC disclosure reports, leaving committees vulnerable to enforcement action and potential liability for those reporting errors. To help protect committees and their treasurers, the FEC created a safe harbor for committees that implement certain internal controls to prevent misappropriations and associated misreporting. You can learn more about the safe harbor and other recommended best practices by consulting the resources listed here. For more information, consult the appropriate campaign guide for your type of political committee, and be sure to read the June 2017 Committee Treasurers article in the FEC Record.
The FEC also publishes weekly tips for treasurers. If you would like to receive these weekly tips via email, scan the QR code on your screen.
The Federal Election Commission is committed to helping individuals comply with the federal campaign finance laws. In addition to the compliance information we provide on our website, we maintain a toll-free information line you can call for help without having to identify yourself. We respond within 5 business days to questions sent by email, and we conduct conferences throughout the country, host webinars on a variety of topics, and post e-learning videos, like this one, on our website and YouTube channel. We encourage you to use these resources and look forward to serving you.